Hello everybody and welcome back to Simulate Gaming and welcome back to Sandy Bay here on Farming Simulator 17. Yes, we're back on Sandy Bay. I know we've started a new Let's Play, but I want to keep that one quite rare because we're only doing a few episodes on that. But thank you for everybody that watched that one actually. It's a bit loud in my eardrums here. Now, if I seem annoyed today, I do apologise. That is because I am, because I just spent 45 minutes to an hour recording a video and it came out like this. No idea what it means, no idea why it's done it, but there we go. So that's a whole episode wasted. But what did you miss? We sold some canola in that episode, and we also did some mowing. You guys have seen me do some mowing before, so it's not a huge loss. But, yeah, it's a bit annoying at the same time, because I could have been editing and rendering by now, but I got to record all over again. I was going to give up and, you know, lose my temper and just not upload a video, but I thought, nope, can't do that to you guys. So we're going to go ahead and do the next part. This is meant to be... What day is it today? It's Monday today. So this is meant to be... What you're watching now is meant to be Wednesday's episode. But, of course, it's going to go out on Tuesday now because we've lost a whole episode, unfortunately. But not to worry. What we've done is we have rented... By the way, this is why the telehandler is over here, because we actually scooped up all of the canola manually, and unfortunately we missed it all, so... But yeah, we've rented a tedder just until we get a bit more money in when we'll buy our own, because we mowed field number 4 once again. So we're going to go ahead, take the tedder over there, ted it all up, and get the windrow down there as well, and start getting hay bales. So yes, this is not for silage, this is all for hay because we're going to be getting our cows very, very soon. Let's go ahead and hook this up here. We've got the Lely one. That is about 25% fermented, that silage pit. I checked earlier. So there we go. So hopefully this is actually recording now. For like actually recording the game. Because... Whew, that was annoying. So yeah, you didn't really miss much. The only bit I'm really gutted that you guys missed is the selling the grain bit. Because that was quite fun. We scooped it all up, put it into the truck. And... got some money basically. So we'll go ahead and turn our beacon lights on and we'll head over to field number 4. So it's currently day 4, well yeah, day 4 of autumn, so it's mid-autumn, so tomorrow will be late autumn, so it's going to be a bit too cold to do anything from here on out. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and head this up, windrow it, get it all turned into hay bales, put it into storage, and then the next thing we've really got to think about is our cows. Right, so before we get going with the Sandy Bay stuff, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that was watching the... Right, let me try and pronounce this properly. Ringleback. I think that's what the map's called. Still not 100% sure, although now I do know it's in Germany, because I googled it after I actually recorded the episode. So here's our field, all nice and mowed up. We'll go ahead and get this all tethered. But yeah, about the Ringleback stuff, thank you for everybody that's given it a chance. There's a lot of good response of people that say it's nice to get something new on the channel, like something different. With not, instead of 2 British maps, which most people tend to do, we've got well, 2 completely different maps essentially. Right, let's go ahead and get this gate closed first of all. There we go. Now, I'm not sure how wide this thing is properly. Like, obviously I bought it, so I know roughly how wide it is, but let's go ahead and get it unfolded here. So this one is on rent. This is a demonstrator, so if we like it, we'll take it off our hands. It's the second biggest one in game. No, third now that they've introduced the Coon one. Right, so we'll go ahead and get it spinning. There we go. Awesome stuff. So I was going to get the windrow on follow me, but I don't trust it all that much, so we're going to go ahead and do that manually after. So we'll drop this tether down. And we'll begin tedding. So I'm going to do a little bit in third person because there's been a couple of requests lately to do this. Plus I can see what I'm doing a bit more better. So what better way to introduce a bit more third person in something that helps me as well. Actually, we're missing a whole row over here. There we go. So yeah, basically in the last episode we literally just sold some. We loaded up the grain, sold it, and then we come up here to do some mowing. So you guys that missed that much. Once again, it's a huge shame that we've lost it, but at the same time, yeah, you win some, you lose some. Basically, the joys of doing YouTube. Sometimes technical stuff happens. Sometimes it goes well. It's just part of the job, basically. So we're gonna do. How many headlands do you reckon we need to do? Probably only the one headland, to be fair. Maybe do a second one. This is, of course, is a lot wider. Oh, we got off track a little bit then. I was looking at the second screen to make sure it was actually recording. Really paranoid now. But yeah, we made you two just so we've got a little bit of headroom to maneuver around and all that good stuff. Shouldn't take too long, actually. I think this is like 20 something meters, I think it was. 20. No, it can't be 24 meters, it's way too big. 12 meters? Something like that. But yeah, the Coon one is now the second biggest. This used to be the second biggest, but the Coon one's slotted right into that little gap that they had. So we'll head down here. So yeah, we are doing some more grass work. Oh, I had tracking off. There we go. So we are doing some more grass work, which some of you may think is a bit unrealistic for the end of, well, mid-autumn. But at the same time, the Seasons mod allows you to do every 3 days the grass grows back, apart from winter. I'm not sure what the exact ruling is for winter. It either stops or completely slows down. But this is probably going to be our last one now until spring, the end of spring, I reckon. Personally. Right, where do we start? Here it is. Now, just to keep things nice and neat, we're going to go along this piece again, and then we'll start on this length here. Yeah, we will do a second headland, just to give us a bit more headroom when we're turning around at the end of our lengths, because it is quite a wide tether we got. Well, I love this JCB, by the way. If somebody said you had to sell every tractor on the farm except one, I would probably keep the JCB, if I'm honest. We are overlapping massively by the look of it. Yes, we are. Yeah, I'd probably keep the JCB. My little baby, this is. I do want to somehow get... I'm going to look into getting crab steering on it. Now, of course, if you are new to the channel, this is a fictional JCB 3000 edited by myself and Pedal Chaps. He put the four-wheel steering on. I've done a bit more IC control so we can open stuff from the outside and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's going well. This is my little baba. Now, I don't know if he's watching. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But David Oldfield, I need to speak to about how to do the crab steering, because I have tried before and it went horribly, horribly wrong. So let's get this loaded up like that. Not how you do a headland, but at the same time I want to keep it a bit neat. So we're going to lift it up here, and we'll turn down this way, like so. Get it lower down again, and we are away. So yeah, basically the hay is mainly for the, well, it is for the cows. We won't be selling any hay. It's all for food. So the silage should be done pretty soon. We've got a massive stack of straw bales, which you may have seen a second ago. And so this is the last piece of the puzzle that we need now, is some hay. So we do need to invest in a tedder at some point, because it's going to be an investment that we're going to use quite a lot, because we need to feed cows, of course. Need a water bowser as well, but they're pretty cheap. We probably find a cheap one somewhere, or even make our own out of some recycled barrels or something. I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. As long as they can get some water, we're all good. Oh, we're off a little bit here. So, this should do it. What we are going to do right now, hopefully the course is still loaded up from... Let's have a look. Hopefully it's still loaded up for the mowers, which it looks like it is. We just need to change the width. Change the offset. I don't know why there's an offset to begin with. We'll get it lifted up, and we'll go in to our first pass. Like so. Drop it down. Nice. And we're away. Doing our length. So yeah. What was I even talking about? I can't remember that. Oh yeah, the cows. So we need to get a water bowser, and I think a train just gone past. Or was that a plane? I can hear something. Yeah, we need to get a water bowser, and we need to get a tedder. We've got pretty much everything we need for our bales, to be fair, apart from a tedder. So I'm not sure why the farm, when we bought it off, didn't have one. So when we moved into this farm, it didn't have a tedder. So that's one thing they didn't have. So we need to go ahead and get one of them at some point. We'll drop this down. Good. So yeah, I should really do some investigating into why it didn't record last time, just in case I accidentally do it again. The only thing I can think of is Farm Sim doesn't act like a normal game for some reason. Like, as most games, the recording software I use, which is called Morillis Action, picks up on every game apart from Farm Sim. If you're recording Farm Sim, you have to have it on windowed mode, or application mode, sorry. So we've got Farm Sim selected, so I'm not sure why it didn't record. So hopefully this one comes out. If it doesn't, then there's going to be no video tomorrow. Right, let's go ahead and swing around here. I'm not sure if we've got our four-wheel steering on. Might have to check that in a second. It's coming along nicely here. Don't know if you'd use GPS for tedding, but as you guys can probably tell, I'm a bit annoyed and I can't bother be messing around with it. As long as it gets done, that's the good thing. So we are going to be windrowing in this episode as well. Now, that's another reason I didn't bring the windrow out with us right now, because I'm not sure if the working width is different to this. I think 12 meters the windrow might be, but don't quote me on that. We've got the Coon one. The in-game Coon one. But I am going to be getting the Lely one soon. That is on our shopping list. So basically we're trying to cut... That was the wrong button. We're trying to cut down on wages essentially. So by getting bigger grass equipment, we should be able to cut down on wages, get things done a lot quicker. So another thing that's been requested quite a lot is for us to get a Big M. So I'm looking into it. They're really, really expensive, the Big M's. I think they're like nearly $500,000 or something like that. 300. They're up in the 300,000s at least. So it's going to be a while before we can afford a Big M, that's for sure. But it will definitely cut down on wages. And actually, we could probably sell the windrow if we had that, because it automatically windrows it, conditions it, and all that good stuff. So yeah, we could probably sell the windrow at the same time, which give us probably about £8,000 we might get for that, £7,000 we might get for that, something like that. Let's get GPS off, get it lifted up here. And we're going to carry on. So instead of you guys watching me go up and down this a few times, let's go ahead and get this out of the way and we'll begin some windrowing. So I'll see you guys in a jiffy. Right, okay everybody, so we have just finished this lovely bit of tedding here. So let's go ahead and get everything lifted up, folded away, and all that good stuff. Come on, you can do it. We'll get our beacons on before we forget. And they're locked into place. It's good. So we're now road ready. Let's go ahead and turn the GPS off. And now let's go get our windrow. Now the bad thing is, I'm pretty sure the windrow is a lot smaller than that. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's smaller at least. Let's jump out of here. Go get this gate open. Oh, open sesame. It looks like we've made a huge mess, but it is part of the job. Let's get that closed up. Right, make sure nothing's coming. How long is this exactly? Should be able to make it. Yes, easy peasy. Cool, so we're going to head back to the yard now and get the windrow. Get this all windrowed up. I'm not sure if we're going to have time to bale in this episode, but how long have we recorded so far? 19 minutes, but that's including the time lapse, so we might have time to bale in this episode. Depends how long it takes to get it windrowed up, I suppose. In fact, what we may do... Aha! Here's a plan. What we may do is get a hired worker on the windrow, and we might do the baling ourselves. What do you guys reckon to that? I think that's what we might do. We might do that. Although I do hate watching the AI windrow because they can't turn the corner properly with the trailer, and it really with the windrow, and it really annoys me. We'll do some ourselves at least. We'll do some ourselves. So I don't actually have a home for this tether because it's not ours. So where shall we leave it at? We don't need it anymore. That's the one field, the one grass field that we own, the only grass field that we own. So we're not going to be needing it again now until probably next August, depending on how much bales we get from this field. So we'll drop it off here. We'll go and collect the windrow, but first of all, I've just realised we haven't actually had our four-wheel steering on. So there we go, there's our four-wheel steering. Help us manoeuvre on this yard a bit easier. Just remind me to turn it off when we go on the road, because that might get a little bit awkward. So there's the windrow. Nice handy position. Right, let's jump out of here. Oh, there we go. We'll head out, we'll get the PTO all hooked up and all that good stuff. There's the 3-point, which should be done from inside the cab, but never mind. And there's the PTO. We are stuck on something. Let's get that closed up. Right, so actually, yeah, before I forget, let's turn the 4-wheel steering off, which is Control Y. Yes, there we go. Right, we are stuck on something. No, we're not. Were we stuck on something? I think we might have been for a second, but we're free. So yeah, we'll take this windrow up. We may do some of it ourselves, but then... Well, I would do some baling in this episode, that's the only thing. So what we may do is do a second time-lapse. Who knows? We'll play it by ear. Because I do want to get the baling done. I don't want to be in that field, which is meant to be 3 episodes, but it's only going to be 2. So we're going to have to pick up the bales at some point as well. What's that noise? I hear a plane going over our head. So yeah, when we were doing that little time-lapse, I was Googling about Morellis, and it turns out, for some reason, I had another window selected, which doesn't make sense because I was in game, but that's the problem. I had another window selected, so I was actually recording another window somewhere on my computer. But it was private, don't worry about it. But yeah, I now know what went wrong with the last episode and why you guys aren't ever going to see it. Right, let's turn into the field here. Make sure we take it a bit wide. This windrow always seems to get stuck to everything for some reason. I think it's because of the dodgy wheels it has at the back. Right, now we are going to start with the lengths first of all. But before we do that, I do want to check the actual working width. There's 9.3 meters the working width for that. Let's get these gates closed up. So I'm just going to do 9 meters. Play it safe, we'll do 9 meters. Give us a bit of a headroom. As we're working width, we're going to put down to 9. There we go, perfect. Don't need that part actually. Where should we start? I don't mind doing 2 headlands, but we're going to do the headlands last so we can tidy up the edges at least. So I reckon we're going to start here, for no apparent reason. Get the windrow unfolded. We'll get it booted up. Wait for it to get to the proper RPMs. That looks about right. Drop it down. And we are away. So I'm not going to bother about picking up when we're turning around. We're just going to go ahead and do S's on the field basically, and then when we do the headland it should tidy up the should tidy up all that jazz. So we've got some nice swath here. We've got a nice swath here. Look at the size of this. That's because we fertilised it. So we're going to get a few bales out of this, I reckon. We have been looking after the grass. It's been springing up into life over summer as well. So we didn't actually do... Well, we did a bit of silage in the summer, but that was early summer. Right, so about there, I reckon. Oh, I did say I wasn't going to lift it up, didn't I? Let's go ahead and turn into the next one. Now, if I turn 4-wheel steering on, is it going to make us jackknife? Seems okay. And we are way down our next pass. Not bad. Not bad. We're doing quite well. Now, I can hear a plane, I think. Where is he? Where's the plane? Hello? Yeah, it could have been a plane. Must have been a train. Must have been a train. So that can't be our top speed, really. 11 miles an hour. Wow. Diff locks are on for some reason. See, this is the bit I don't trust the AI with at the bottom, because it's sort of like it doesn't take into consideration it's got a trailer on the end, which really annoys me. So we're just going to go into our next pass here. There we go. Nice sharp turning circle with this fictional JCB 3000. Now, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, I can't remember if I said this in this episode, if so I apologise for repeating myself, or in the episode that you guys aren't going to see, but this is mine and Pedro Chap's fake, well not fake, it's a real JCB 3000, but it's fictional at the same time. It's got 4-wheel steering. What else did that have? In the UK you don't need plates on the front, but they were German, so instead of removing it I just changed it to a UK one, which Pedro actually has an Irish version of it, which is pretty cool. Well, actually, he had his first, actually, so I should rephrase that to I got an English version of Pedro's. But yeah, not sure if he has plans to release it, but I do want to get crab steering on it, so I need to look into the crab steering stuff. Now this is something I was talking about in the episode that you guys aren't going to see, so I'm going to talk about it again. Hopefully it was actually that episode and not this one, because that was like 3 minutes before this one, so... You see on the JCB there, we've got the, I can't remember the proper switches, for the proper name for it, but the little switches there, we've got the rocker switches. What other name for them? It's on the end of my tongue, I can't remember. So let me know in the comment section if you do know the ones I'm on about. The little rocker ones. I'm going to try and make my own for them. Now, of course, they're meant to go underneath the joystick in real life, but there's nowhere to put it on my side panel, so I'm going to put them at the top, I think. So I'm going to make them. So if anybody has any experience with button boxes or making anything or soldering at least, do you guys know any good websites for getting stuff like that? I've got the base circuit board for it. I'm going to take apart an old controller, which I already actually bought for... I was going to make a button box for ATS2. ATS2 doesn't make sense. For ATS, sorry. But then I got this, so it was unneeded. So I'm going to instead use that circuit board, which I got from a little cheap controller I got off eBay, to probably make some switches for this. So I need to find some good quality rocker switches. So there's 4 switches, so I probably need 8 buttons of the PS4 controller, and that's about it. So we got, just to say 1 and 0 of each switch, basically. That's what I'm going to try and make. So if you have any good websites you can recommend for getting electronic parts in the UK, please let me know, and I'll see how we get on. Now there is like a little mounting point on the back of this, which I'm going to assume Saitek had planned extensions and stuff, but then they may have dropped it, or they may even still be coming soon. Even though I'm sponsored by them, they still won't tell me. I have emailed them, and they didn't reply. They replied to all my emails except for that one, so I'm not sure what this is at the back. But yeah, I'm going to try and fashion something to go into the back of that, essentially. Right, we're at the end here. So I'm going to go ahead and get a few more of these swaths done, because I do want to make a start on the baling at least. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Right, okay everybody, so we are pretty much done now. We've got that big chunk there, which I've come with a fantastic plan. That's going to be our headland. Now, we can probably do this in one headland, but that's a length and a headland's worth. So to save us going to the end and then coming back, what we are going to do is start our headland on this next pass and then finish up on this side again, and that should be us done. So we're just going to disengage the GPS. Not going to activate the... well, actually, we will activate GPS, but then we'll disengage it and just go straight into the headland. So yeah, we'll come around here again, past us, and that'll be us done then, hopefully. So I did take that time to actually do some behind-the-scenes work then. I was getting some stuff ready. It's all good. GPS is a beauty sometimes. Right, so here we go. Let's disengage the GPS here. Actually, we'll just start turning it off, since it's getting in the way. Turn the head off, just to give you guys a better view. And we are finally away on the headland. So I think we are going to be able to squeeze in a little bit of baling. I'll probably just do a few rows and then do the rest off camera. And then the next episode, we'll pick them up and we'll probably sow some more grain, since you guys missed it because of my big mistake. So we're doing well. So this is why I always do the headland last, because now you can see it's forming into an actual neat setup we've got. So we haven't got these little curves anymore. Just got this nice straight pass. So we might even be able to pick this bit up. See, it's all working out for once. Usually all the things I do is a massive shambles, but this is surprisingly working out well. I've just noticed actually we've got a little bit of excess here, so we're gonna have to come and do this bit as well in a minute. Forgot about this. Not to worry at all. No big deal. I say it's no big deal. Bit wonky, but we're doing it ourselves anyway. So we do need to look into buying another grass field at some point, but unfortunately, for some reason on Sandy Bay, they're all a bajillion pounds. I think the smallest grass field on the map's still about £460,000, which is ridiculous, but maybe that's how much the land's worth. Who knows? Who am I to judge? Because we want one dedicated to silage, which will probably be this one because it's huge, and we want one dedicated to hay bales as well. Actually, no, we're not going to... I'll take that back. We're going to dedicate this one to hay because we're going to do some corn at some point as well, which will also give us silage. Don't see the point in selling corn. It's pretty much worth nothing, so we'll just turn it into silage, essentially. So here we go, down the final piece, but we have to go to the other end anyway, which is a bit unexpected, not part of the plan. Are we doing every single last drop? Looks like we are. We're doing well. As long as I can keep it centered, we should be good to go. Yes. Yes. we'll get the coon baler out as well in a minute. That's of course the baler we have on this Let's Play is the coon. Right, we're going to merge it into this row here. Got start merging. There we go. I'll just take it down to this corner here. And I think we'll call that a job well done. So we'll go and do this little bit in the other side of the field that we missed. But we'll just drive over this swath to save us ruining it with our tyres. Did I even just say ruining then? I think I just said a random word that sounded loosely like it. Ruining. Right, we'll get it dropped down here. And we'll carry it on this way. This may even still be a little bit too wide, unfortunately. Not to worry. I'm just going to follow the edge this time, and then we'll come back down and do that little bit there. How far up did this go? I can't actually remember. Up here somewhere, I think it was. Right, so actually, if you guys are still watching it this far, then thank you. But second of all, we need to name the JCB. We need to name it. But I'm going to let you guys do that now. It's not a boy or a girl, anything in particular. The gender of the fast track will be declared by the winner of the name. So let me know in the comment section what you think we should name the JCB. And the winner will get a shout out, and also the name you chose will be what we call the JCB from here on out, essentially. So once again, I don't care if it's a boy or girl, I'm just going to pick the best name. Right, there we go. This is the final piece. Awesome, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead, get it turned off, get it folded up, get our beacon lights on before we forget. Right, so we're going to go ahead and collect the baler now and make a start on this. It shouldn't take too long. We've still got the same GPS course loaded up into the computer. Actually, we've got to put a HUD on for this for some reason. For some reason, you can only open the doors with the HUD on, which I've never actually understood. Right, let's try it again. I just somehow hired a worker then, even though I didn't mean to. Get this gate open. She's beautiful, isn't she? Or he, depending on who wins. Right. Four-wheel drive off. Four-wheel steering off. IC's off. In fact, we're going to crack a window open here. Is it on this side or this side? There it is. Crack a window open. So yeah, in the next episode, we'll probably be collecting the bales, but also we're going to do that. That's going to be the second part. The first part probably be us selling some grain, because once again, you did miss that. And we got lots of grain to sell. We just want to sell it now, because I don't want it to get muddled up with our winter barley. Like, we don't want our summer barley to be mixed up with the winter barley, because in real life, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure you don't actually sell the winter barley off as a crop. It's usually made for animal feed, or I don't know. You guys can tell me, but I'm pretty sure it's just used mainly for animal feed, the winter stuff. Let me know if that's true or not. I do know there's also some people that don't actually harvest it at all. They plant it and then cultivate it in for nourishment, I think. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and harvest ours, and we'll probably sell it to another farm so they can use animal feed, because we don't have any pigs, so it's pointless us having it. And the cows don't take it cereal on this game, so it doesn't matter. Right, we'll get this parked up. That was horrible. Right, so let's quickly... I just turned it off. Let's quickly jump out of here. We'll get the PTO off, disconnector, and that should be done now until possibly summer now. Jeez. Maybe. We'll soon see. So we need to go and get the baler now, which I left over here. So I think I actually turned the four-wheel drive on then, somehow. Even though we just turned it off, which is strange. I hope it's not playing up. Right, so there's the baler in this shed here. Once again, I should just left the door open. There we go. Let's get these doors open. So we're not going to wrap it because we're not making silage bales. We're literally just turning it into hay. Leave the door open for now, at least. Let's back up into the baler. Like so. Get it hooked up. PTO open. Cool. Beacon like somehow automatically came on, even though there's no plugs on this game. I wish there would. That is one feature I wish this game had, is the hoses as well. It'd be quite a little good mini game. Stick them in the right holes. Right. Now we are away. I'm not sure if this thing's actually going to be able to power this. Change of plan. Change of plan. Right, okay, there's been a slight change of plan. As you can see, we're now driving green. Just with a little bit more horsepower. Now, according to the stats, the JCB did have enough, but it was only by 10, whereas this is like a lot more. It's not the biggest tractor we have. We don't want to go too overkill. I think the most powerful tractor we have might be the Vulture. On paper, at least. Of course, the case that we have is aftermarket, so it's probably been chipped and everything. Who knows? Let's return into here. We'll make a start on this. Now, I'm going to do the headland last for once. Now, the reason for that is because last time we did the headland first, there was bales in the way when we tried to turn around. So we're going to try and do the headland last this time. So whilst we drive up to here, we'll get the baler unfolded, like so. Get it turned on. Yeah, that's like a massive hit on our performance already. So the JCB would be crawling pretty much. Yeah. I know there's a row there, but we'll start here anyway. And we'll see how much bales we can get from this field. So currently, let's actually check this. So currently, we are on, if we go to statistics, we have bales. Created bales 155. So whatever we get from here, we'll add on to 155 and see exactly how much we've got from this field. So let's zoom my camera out so you guys can see us plopping them out. Here comes our first hay bale here. Like so. So we're just going to go ahead and keep this ball rolling, basically. See how much bales we get. Now we're going to do every other pass because I do not want to risk snapping the pickup off when we turn. Saves us picking it up as well. Oh gosh, off track a little bit here. So here comes our first bale. Come on. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. There. There we go. There's our first bale. So that's 156. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I think this has been long enough. This is our third job. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, I do apologise that you actually missed the actual mowing episode. Completely foobarred that. I'm not sure. Well, I think I know what happened to it, but I'm still not 100%. Let's turn to this row here. Oh no, it's a bit sharp. Let's pick up. Cool. So yeah, I'm still not 100%, but I think I roughly know, so hopefully it won't happen again. So if you did enjoy this episode, please tap a thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot, and it will mean a lot that I've now currently running late for my social life, because I'm going to be editing this a lot later than I first expected. Basically, it's been an extra 52 minutes. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Once again, hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. If you're already subscribed and you haven't already, make sure you hit the bell button next to the subscribe button to get notifications when I go live, which will hopefully be today if you're watching this on Tuesday. So yeah, I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.